This is so close, man. Everything.
People just love messing with dangerous crocodiles in the wild. But what happens when these freaks of nature decide to fight back? From angry crocodiles wrecking cars to gators attacking naive tourists. Here are 60 crocodile encounters that show us exactly why they're not to be trifled with. Most people would run for their lives after spotting a crocodile in the wild, but not these folks. They think posing with the beast and taking photos like it's a harmless prop is a great idea. The crocodile doesn't move as they all line up to take photos with it, but it doesn't take much to annoy these beasts. So when another person joins the group, things go south. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Botswana's Okavango Delta rivers are infested with crocodiles, yet people wade through them with their boats like it's not a problem. But sometimes the crocodiles aren't very forgiving.
Coming around.
Alarm bells ring when the crocodile dives underwater and starts approaching their boat. With time, they have only one option: pick up the paddle and hope it's enough to fight the beast. Speaking of people taking unnecessary risks, this guy in Miami thought it'd be good to dip in the lake with multiple alligators around him. He regrets his decision as soon as the gator starts getting closer. Still, he thinks he could play it cool for the camera and get away with invading the beast's territory. But he's about to learn that he's made a grave mistake. In Costa Rica, a photographer sits at the river's edge to take close-up shots of crocodiles. People throw food at the beasts to make them emerge for the photos. They don't realize they're also bringing the crocs closer to the photographer, and a single lousy throw could spell disaster for the man. Wildlife expert Matt Wright sets up a trap to wrangle an 18-foot crocodile. But even though he's caught a bunch of beasts on his adventures, this one's much stronger than anything he's ever encountered.
Coming in, mate. Now, yeah. Can you get that stick out? Trying.
Matt has 5 people on his side to wrangle this bad boy, but they've grossly underestimated its strength.
Okay, now, just put a little bit.
The croc puts up an incredible fight against 5 wildlife experts. But at the end of the day, they know what they're doing, safely bringing in the giant beast.
Gas during the struggle.
A Jeep driver approaches a crocodile in the wild, thinking he could just drive past the beast. Little does he know that this croc is very territorial and won't let him go that easy.
Hey, what's my truck?
It's a standoff between the crocodile and the Jeep as the beast opens its mouth and prepares to attack. The Jeep driver keeps moving forward, though, and he will regret his decision. In yet another case of people being reckless, these folks try to fish a gator out of the water and record it. Now, alligators can sprint as fast as 35 miles per hour, or 55 kilometers per hour. So if the beast turns its attention to these folks, they're done for. Villagers swarm in to witness something spectacular. One of the most enormous crocodiles. They think being around the massive creature is safe since it's restrained, but their lives are in danger because this big guy won't go down without a fight. Panic ensues as the crocodile breaks free from its shackles and flops onto the floor. Luckily, though, the beast has tired itself out with that movement. Saltwater crocodiles are some of the most aggressive reptiles in the wild. And yet when this guy spots one next to a river, he decides to go and pet it. He treats the massive crocodile like a toy. He doesn't realize that it is one of the deadliest apex predators in the world. A fisherman has made the mistake of wandering into the territory of a black caiman, and now he's in big trouble because the beast is slowly approaching him. People underestimate caimans because they usually don't grow as big as gators, but this one is not only gigantic, but also incredibly quick. Witness an insane incident from Mexico as a crazy man decides to jump into a lagoon filled with crocodiles. It's only when he's underwater that he realizes the mistake he's made, but by that time it's too late, because he's caught a crocodile's attention, and now the beast is slowly inching toward him. The man fights for his life, trying to climb back to safety as the crocodile approaches him. He'd be fortunate if he got out of this unscathed. Imagine catching a big barracuda on your fishing trip and reeling it in only to realize that fish is not the only thing you've caught. That's precisely what happened to this man at Hyde Park, Sydney, as he wasn't the only one looking to score that fish. There was a massive monster right behind it, a crocodile.
Run back, bro. Run back. Oh, run, bro. Run, 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 run. Run, Daniel, run, run. Run, Daniel.
The situation becomes chaotic as the crocodile emerges from the water and chases the fish. And if these folks value their lives, they must let go of their catch.
He's got it! Pressure on! Keep the pressure! No! No, it's so big! It's so big, he's swallowing it! Oh, the whole thing! Oh, the whole thing!
Most people would run for their lives if they spotted a crocodile approaching them. Not this man, though. He decides to film the big guy instead.
Oh shit. Oh shit, man. This is so close, man.
The crocodile gets too close for comfort, yet the man continues laughing it off. But while he thinks this is funny, his lighthearted attitude won't last long. Most people don't understand the sheer size of a saltwater crocodile because these beasts can grow as large as 20 feet or 6 meters and weigh over 2,000 pounds or 1,000 kilograms. But size isn't the only thing they have. These beasts are also swift to react and can turn around to swallow you in seconds if you mess with them. At the White Nile River in Uganda, kayakers frantically slap the water with their paddles, and they're not doing it for fun. A crocodile stalks them. After the initial attack, things get quiet and the kayakers think they've won. The crocodile won't give up so easily, though. It's only gone underwater to prepare its next attack. In August 2023, people in India heard a strange noise coming from cracks in the sidewalk. But curiosity turned into absolute horror quickly once they had a closer look. A crocodile had broken through the cracked sidewalk, looking for a way onto the surface. That was just the tip of the iceberg, though, because when authorities arrived to capture the beast, more of them popped out of the ground. This isn't a swamp or a delta. This scene comes straight from an affluent part of Pune, India, where floods have attracted massive crocodiles to the neighborhood. They've got the beast on a leash, but everyone knows that's never enough for a crocodile of this size. So one wrong move and these people are done for. Tourists gather around the fence in Darwin, Australia to marvel at majestic crocodiles. There's a sense of safety with the fence separating the tourists from the beasts. But with one of these bad boys slowly inching closer, things are about to get dangerous. Witness fear in its purest form as a kayaker in North Carolina slowly wades through the water and stumbles upon a female alligator protecting her nest. He holds his breath and doesn't make a single sound to avoid the alligator, but he's already flown too close to the sun because the beast has spotted him. He's lucky it was a gator. Crocodiles aren't as forgiving. In Australia, the legendary conservationist Steve Irwin's son Robert tries his hand at feeding a 12-foot crocodile, but it all goes wrong when the croc jumps out of the water and charges him instead. The crocodile hunter's son almost falls to the floor in what he describes as a near-death experience, dropping the food and running for his life instead. Northern Australia is home to some of the deadliest saltwater crocodiles in the world. But this guy thinks he's invincible as he dives into open water without looking. He's flustered after his dive and tries to recover, but with a predator on the horizon, that will be the least of his problems. list of things you shouldn't do. Teasing saltwater crocodiles has to be right up at the top. Yet this man thinks he's being funny, playing with a beast of this size. The man thinks he's far from the crocodile, but little does he know that these freaks of nature can close down distances within milliseconds. People in Indonesia bid farewell to a massive tomistoma as they released the beast into the safety of Tanjung Puting National Park. Also known as a false gharial, these beasts can grow up to 5 meters or 16 feet long, and this one will ensure everyone remembers it before it leaves. Cuban crocodiles may not grow as large as some other species, but that doesn't make them any less dangerous. These creatures make up for their small size by being extremely agile, so much so that they can jump and throw themselves at prey. The only thing that's more dangerous than hunting crocodiles during the day is hunting them at night. The hunter makes it look simple, but he's playing with fire, because one wrong move could spell the end of his journey.
Up, see how its head's sitting there like that. We don't want to get bitten. Keep it up there, look at it. That's it. Keep it there. Keep it there. Look how sharp.
In October 2016, a couple in Zimbabwe was enjoying quiet time in their private swimming pool when they felt something creep up from underneath. Somehow, a Nile crocodile had made its way into their pool, and now they're scrambling to get out and run for their lives before the beast tears them apart. In Australia, Robert Irwin leads a dangerous crocodile transport at the zoo, but the crocodile is nowhere to be seen, and the enclosure has murky waters. Casper, the saltwater crocodile, leaps out of nowhere and is furious. It'll take more than a few people to wrangle this bad boy. That's not even the most dangerous part of catching a crocodile, though, because once they've got their rope around its mouth, they need to shut it.
Okay. After this roll, whenever you're happy, Terry. Come on, drag the tail up, please.
A crocodile has been caught in Belize while lurking near the resort, and now rescuers have to transport this majestic beast and release it into the wilderness. As expected, the crocodile isn't happy about being caught in a trap, but if dragging it was hard, carrying it to the rescue boat is an even more significant challenge because of its size.
Heavy. About 200 pounds. Heavier than us.
Wildlife expert Matt Wright prepares to give people a tour of his park, but there's a twist. He will bring them dangerously close to a massive crocodile.
Not for a while. Come on, buddy. What are you doing? Here we go. You go, boy. Come on.
The crocodiles love his hat trick, but while he's spent years training these beasts to jump, the people with him are not ready for what will happen. In Bolivia, a tour guide tries to woo tourists by feeding meat to a gigantic black caiman. But little does he know that the beast wants different meat. This black caiman isn't usually aggressive around people, but its natural predatory instincts sometimes take over. And well, the tour guide has to bail if he wants to live. Robert Irwin returns to Australia Zoo for a croc show and is about to take on Monty the crocodile. He knows the dangers of letting your guard down around a crocodile this size, but he will do it anyway, and, well, things get more dangerous than he'd anticipated. In 2023, floods devastated parts of northern Australia, but things weren't just bad for people. Crocodiles also had their fair share of trouble navigating the floodwaters. The current was too strong for the crocodile, and things weren't great. Luckily, rescuers arrived to save the day and escort the poor croc to safety. Fishing in crocodile-infested waters is always risky, and people in Western Australia are about to discover why. A considerable saltwater crocodile starts racing toward their boat out of nowhere, and it's too late for evasive maneuvers. All they can do is hold on and brace for impact. In a terrifying encounter, a kid finds himself cornered as a crocodile slowly approaches him.
Não mexe não, Daniel. Não mexe não. Não mexe não. Fica paradinho. Ela tá com você. Não mexe não, Daniel. Não mexe não. Fica parado. Eu vou...
The poor kid is entirely at the mercy of the crocodile, and it's only a matter of time before it attacks, unless someone intervenes.
Vou aí com o barco. Eu vou meter o barco em cima dele pra salvar você. Não mexe não. Parado. Fica paradinho. Paradinho.
Seeing a crocodile swim next to you has to be one of the scariest sights on a fishing trip, and that's precisely what these folks experienced.
Fucking cheeky, can't I?
They think they're safe after the crocodile disappears underwater. What they don't realize, though, is that the beast will try to catch them off guard.
Okay, now start the top. He's actually going to try and chew it.
Monty the crocodile returns in yet another clash against Robert Irwin, but this time the crocodile hunter will test his fate and jump into the water. The crocodile is on the other side of the pond, yet it starts racing toward Robert the second he dives into the water. He has to get out quickly if he values his life. This is a 120-year-old crocodile, making it one of the oldest specimens on the planet. But don't let its age or size fool you. It's still just as agile and dangerous as any other crocodile.
At the teeth, this is like you're looking into a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Not a Velociraptor, a T-Rex. That's how big the teeth are on this guy. And you...
The crocodile appears static, lulling these people into a false sense of security. And just when they think they're safe, the beast attacks. Going through a river with one crocodile is already dangerous enough, but this guy took things to another level by driving through dozens of caimans. It's pure chaos as the creatures scramble to evade the boat. However, this guy is toast if one caiman turns around to attack him. Crocodiles don't have to be big to be dangerous. This rescue croc is the perfect example. The crocodile is aggressive, snapping at anyone who dares come close to it. And you risk your life even if you step in to feed it.
Come on. Here. There it is. Grab it. There you go. There you go. There you little crocodile.
Crocosaurus Cove is home to Chopper, a gigantic 18-foot, 5.5-meter long saltwater crocodile. The divers wake this absolute monster from its slumber. Without thinking, it goes straight for them. Australia's worst behaved crocodile doesn't care if he's up against people, other animals, or even a lawnmower.
He's Australia's worst behaved crocodile, but this time he may have bitten off.
Crocodiles have powerful bites, but this poor guy has made a big mistake by chewing on a lawnmower.
Lawnmower. He lost some teeth in the incident, but still wouldn't let go.
Do you know what's scarier than an alligator chasing you on land? One that's stalking you underwater. It's a terrifying situation as the massive alligator slowly approaches the diver. Most people would run for their lives if they saw a croc in the wild, but not this guy. He's the crocodile whisperer. He pushes the croc back like a pet, and the beast retreats. But if you thought that was bold, watch this. Witness a fascinating encounter as a Cuban crocodile gallops toward the person filming after being called, almost as if it's a pet. Cuban crocs are some of the most intelligent animals in the wild and can even learn tricks. In Indonesia, a saltwater crocodile gets riled up when the caretaker brushes too close. This man has a job and won't let a killing stop him from getting it done. Saltwater crocodiles are terrifying, not only because they're huge, but also because they hide themselves well underwater. Because of their quick movement, crocodiles are deadly even in captivity, and feeding them is a danger in itself. Fishermen at Cahill's Crossing, Australia are reeling in a barramundi, but the situation gets complicated when a croc decides to chase it.
See, down that way, it's from about 40 k's to open sea.
Crocodiles rapidly approach the fish, and the fishermen must be quick or this big guy will jump out of the water for free food. This brown river may look calm with no predators, but the person recording has seen something in the murky waters.
Berhati-hatilah dan waspadalah guys. Bahwasanya di dalam air itu ada predator yang bergerak guys.
Some bubbles emerge from the water, which means something's lurking underneath. But the reality is far more terrifying than your wildest imagination.
Bantu guys ya. Itulah dia guys, ya.
A fisherman in Australia has just caught a big one, but can't take his trophy home yet because a crocodile wants his catch. The crocodile slowly crawls onto the beach, hoping for free meat. However, this fisherman's not fazed by the croc at all. A group of tourists is enjoying the gorgeous views when a considerable crocodile approaches their boat, disturbing their peace.
And he's just ran to the propeller and stalled the engine. That's how tough he is. No fear at all. This is the one that picked that other crocodile. You know, the big one up the river.
The croc gets far too close to the boat, but the tour guides underestimate it and try to play with it. And, well, they're going to regret their decision.
Work that is
That's been worth bloody for, Gary.
better than the parks.
Hey?
Tourists at Okavango Delta experience the fright of their lives when a gigantic monster lurking underwater disrupts their boat tour. The boat starts rocking wildly as the beast makes its approach. Only when the beast passes through do the tourists realize how lucky they are. In Darwin, Australia, tourists tempt fate by jumping into a glass cage and daring a crocodile to attack them. They think they're safe in the cage, but they're grossly underestimating just how powerful crocs can be. A crocodile has walked onto the beach in southern Mexico to terrorize sunbathers, but luckily, it's not there to cause any damage.
After the lifeguard hushes away the sunbathers, the crocodile crawls back to its home like an emperor back to his palace. The scene is recorded by a tourist.
Despite the lifeguard shouting at everyone to get away, people still gather around the area to record the beast as it walks back into the ocean.
Boat journey, never thinking of a possibility of returning back with the fierce crocodile. An ecological reserve is located nearby, feeding plenty of alligators.
You don't need to swim in water to be attacked by a crocodile. The person flying the drone thought he could get away with filming some close-up footage of the croc, but he didn't realize that these beasts can leap when they're underwater as well. A giant crocodile has somehow wandered onto the wrong side of the fence, and now it's desperately trying to get back to the river. Seeing a beast of this size get upright and climb a fence is terrifying, and no one would want to mess with it after that stunt. Crocodiles do not like being trapped in small enclosures, so if you lock them into one, be prepared for the consequences. The crocodile wastes no time approaching the door and attacking its caretaker. This guy is lucky he has a metal door protecting him from the beast. Crocs have some of the strongest bites on the planet, and putting any body part between their teeth means you have a death wish. This man's about to place his hand in the crocodile's mouth and release its jaw. So if he's not quick, he'll be going home without his arm.